I can feel it in my hips. That's
10 years is nothing.
yeah. Wait until 20, 30, 40. Oh my god. No.
Children get to that old, so shit.
That's
Thank you.
then you look at them and you see their gray hair and their oh man. Yeah, that should have been
To go all the way around it.
Bye.
Can't believe I used to live in Boston and would walk everywhere in the blizzard. Now I'm like, they just got
below
slammed.
60. They got like 2
Yeah.
feet of snow.
Oh,
yeah.
did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother was sending photos and he was like, we just got slammed with snow.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's like,
gosh.
I was Tucson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lived in New York and like outside of Cleveland. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Freezing and ice and
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I know, I used to live in this apartment there, you'd have to go to the laundromat to do your laundry. I'd walk there and -10 below and it was nothing, and now I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh gosh, 50 degrees.
my partner has, he's from Canada, so he has like a Canadian Goose jacket or that way, and it's like really warm. And I wear it to go take my dog out at night, and it's like 50 degrees, and I'm in this like really nice winter jacket. It's like, you don't need that to go out.
I do though.
All right, we'll get going with our usual warm-up. I'll talk us through it kind of quickly, and then we'll do it, and then I'll talk us through it while we're doing it with music too. So we do 1, flex 2, circle the ankle, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back for a calf stretch for 8 counts, and then back to parallel. Repeat on the left, 1 and a 2, circle the ankle, just isolating that foot, not letting the knee move around as well, and then back for a calf stretch for 8 counts, and then parallel. Then we have our half point, full point, half point, back down, push the floor away, toe, ball, heel, and push, toe, ball, heel. Same with the left, full, half, and down, and push, roll down, 2 times, roll down. Then we plie, heel the heels up, stretch, lower straight. We do this 3 times, keeping those heels glued together. Bum, bum, 3rd time, bum, bum, up, lower straight, rotate to first position. And here really making sure those arches underneath the feet are lifted and pulled up so that we're not rolling onto our first metatarsal. Repeat the same thing in first, then we'll stretch over our right leg. We'll take 8 counts to go forward, 4 counts to stretch back, and then we'll twist over that outside leg. We'll switch, we'll repeat the same thing on the left, 8 counts to dive forward, 4 counts to stretch back, 4 counts to twist. We'll finish bringing our right knee up to our right shoulder, circle the ankle around. Same thing with the left, you can use the bar for balance too. And then we'll finish there. So starting in parallel, do 1 and flex, circle the ankle around. And as we're doing all these half point and full points, really making sure that the arch is tracking over that second toe and keeping that ankle like we're wearing an ankle brace, not letting it switch side to side. Here we go. Then those lower abdominals lift up, tailbone and shoulders relax down. And right foot 1, flex 2, circle the ankle. Just isolating the foot. And back for a calf stretch. Planting that heel down as we engage the core up. And back to parallel. Same thing with the left foot. Come on, do 1, flex 2. One last squeeze and switch other leg. Trying to imprint that thigh onto your rib cage for that nice flexor stretch. And release. Good, nice. All right, let's take a plie. Let's start with our arms on BreakoutStudios today. So let's have let's have this arm on the bar. 5 and 6, preparation 7 and 8. Demi plie 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 more demis and 6 and 7 and 8. We'll cambre forward. 1, fall the hand, 2, roll up 3 and 4, tendu 5, 2 second, and place the arm on bas. Demi plie, your arm floats out, back to on bas. Trace to first and open. Arm floats down to on bas, and trace the center line and open. Then we follow the hand reaching up, cambre towards the bar without letting the hips move. 3 and 4, tendu 5, slice it to third or all the way to fifth. Lower the hand 7 and 8. Same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, all the way down and stretch. Trace the center line and open. The arm will come down and all the way up. We'll look in towards our forearm as we cambre back. And 2 and 3 and 4. We'll releve. Little bourrées, and we'll do our grand plies facing the bar in first and then second. 1 and 2, heels down, 3 to come up, 4, tendu, 2 second, hold 7, hold 8. Same thing, grand plie, 4 counts, 3 and 4, tendu, back to first, and then we'll just finish there. So 4 demis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In first position, we cambre forward, tendu to second, same thing in second, towards the bar, third or fifth, we cambre back in fifth, releve, little bourrées to face the bar, and then we take our grand plie in first and in second. Here we go. Have our inside arm on the bar. And let's do it with our left hands, our inside arm. Here we go. And little preparation, back to on bas. And 10, arm on bas. Trace the center line, arm second. 2 more demis. Cambre forward, following that hand. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Tendu to second, arm floats down to on bas. Hand floats out, back to on bas. First and second. Good, cambre towards the bar without letting the hips move. Tendu, slice it into fifth. Let the arm lower. 10 and stretch. 10 and stretch. Again. Arm comes down all the way up into that forearm to cambre back. Good. Little press up. Little bourrées to face the bar in first. And 10, all the way around. Heels down to come up. Tendu, 2 second. Knees over toes, shoulders over hips. Grand plie. Good. Tendu back to first. And finish. Good, really nice. When I'm doing plies, I like to think, what is that? I forget what it's called. It was like used way back in the day to put up or to fan the fire. Is that what it's called? Yeah, those things that you kind of like sit and like blows air out, bellows. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So I like to think of my body kind of like a bellows. When I'm doing the plies, whoosh and back in, whoosh and back in. So we kind of have this slow and stretch, and slow and stretch. So we're really getting nice and deep into those plies. Here we go to the other side. And just a little finger extension and on bas. 7 and 8. 3 tendus. 1 and fifth. Brush out and fifth. Brush out and fifth. Coupe, toe ball heel. Same thing side. Close back. Brush out, brush in. Use the floor and fifth. Coupe back. So we have to shape that foot right away. And in. To the back. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We'll do the same thing on quad. We're going to arm strong inside it the entire time. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's plie sous-sus, and we'll balance in sous-sus with our arms in first. Plie and finish. So for all of these tendus, we're really massaging the floor with the sole of our shoe, brushing on the way out, and brushing just as much on the way in. So we're really, I like to think of my foot in a sand beach, and I'm really trying to move all the sand with my toes. So 3 tendus, shape that coupe, and toe ball heel back down on quad. Keep that arm strong in second. Here we go. 6 and 7, 8. Brush out and in, out, in. 1 more, and coupe and fit to the side. Fit, brush and brush. Good. Coupe, shape it to the back. Back and fit. Brush. Good. And coupe to the side. Brush. Fit. Brush. Good. And coupe. And plie sous-sus. Good, balls of the feet almost touching. And plie, and finish. Ooh, nice, really good. Let's go straight to the left side. Here we go. And leading out with that heel. Heel leads, toe closes. Good. And scoop, coupe, and fit, and brush. Shape it, coupe, and lead out with the pinky toes. Shape it, coupe, and to the side. And coupe. Good, plie sous-sus. Inner thighs churning against each other. Ribs melted down. And plie. And finish. Nice. Ooh, that was good. Alright, let's do a dégagé. We're going to add on that coupe into a pas de cheval. So we'll have 7. Let's leave the arm side again. 8. And brush, tendu, fit. Dégagé, tendu, fit. Coupe, pas de cheval. Tendu and fit. To the side. Tendu, close back. Dégagé and close. Pas de cheval. Lower to the back. And brush and 2. 3 and 4. And pas de cheval. Lower and close on 3. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. And pas de cheval. Bum, 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 bum. We're going to do this twice through. Second time, we're going to add an arm. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Arm and leg change. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's bounce in a sous-sus again, this time with our arms hip high, keeping those shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. Plie, and we'll finish there. So trying to connect all these movements as one. So instead of making it coupe out, place it fifth, making it all fluid and connected when we're doing those pas de chevals. Yeah, lovely, good. Here we go. 2 dégagés and 1 pas de cheval. On quad, first time, arm in second. Second time we'll add an up for a wrong. And 7 and 8. Brush, tendu, fit. Dégagé, tendu, fit. Pas de cheval and lower and fit to the side. Good. Brush, tendu, in. Pas de cheval out. To the back. Brush. Good strong arm in second. Pas de cheval. Coupe, extend, and close in. Pas de cheval. Good. Add that arm fit high. Pas de cheval. And change and fit. Coupe, extend, lower to the back, arm left. Last one stop. That's it. Big Susu, arms fit high. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. Ribs melting down and into. And plie. And finish. Good, nice. So as we have lovely ballet fingers with our arms in second. Make sure we keep that same hand, that same finger shape as we have our hand in Arabesque line too. Make sure it doesn't get the palms here for the Arabesque and the beautiful hands here. You have the same thing. So we just keep the hand, it's just the arm that's moving, but the hand is still that nice, beautiful ballet shape. Let's go to the left side. Here we go. Arm second, the first set. And strong arm and fit. Brush and get taller. Pas de cheval out. To the side. Yes. Scoop, extend it out. Lower to the back. Strong arm here. Baby leads out. Yes. To the side. Pas de cheval. Good. Adding in that arm. Arm long. Up. Good. Keep that arm long. Pas de cheval. Keep it long as you close. Now change one. Good. Scoop it. Send it out. Place it to the back. Nice ballet fingers. Good. Pas de cheval. Last next side. And finding that susu. Think about elongating that lower spine by sending your tailbone down and your lower bellows up. Before we finish, grow 1 inch taller. And plie. And finish. Lovely, good. All right, let's move into some ronde-jambes. Let's do same preparation, 7 and 8. We'll take 1 in a fondue. 1 and 2 and 3. Stretch 4. Same thing straight. 5 and 6. Around 7 and 8. 4 with 1 count. 1. First 2. First 3. First 4. And brush and through to the back and fit. From the back, 1 in fondue. 6 or 3 and 4. Now straight. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 4, 1 count. 1, first 2, first 3, first 4. Then brush off the floor. Heel leads you through to the front. Tendu close fit. Then let's do our usual 4 counts forward, 2, roll up, 3, and 4. That front outside leg is going to find direct terrain. And 6, don't change, just close it that same front. And 8, to the back, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now the back inside leg, passe derrière. And 6, and 7, close fit, side and side, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, away. And 6, and 7, and 8, plie, susu, or staying flat. We'll part of that foot up to that rectilinear position. We'll find your balance there. You're also welcome to face the bar if you want to make sure that your hips and shoulders are in alignment. Su, plie, and we'll finish there. So one slow and a fondue, 1, 2, 3, 4, one straight leg, 6, 7, 8, 4, through first, and 3, and 4, brush off the floor to the front, my knee leads back, to the back, and close fit. Reverse all that en deux dans, brush, heel leads us forward, close fit. Then we have our cambre forward, passe front foot, cambre back, passe back foot, cambre towards the bar, and away. We're coming up to Susu, we're staying flat, and we'll balance in that rectilinear, and we'll finish there. Here we go, making sure we pass through it first, each time between those grand de jambes. And arms to first, open second, fondue front, carry side, all the way back, straight to first. Again, front, long to side, longer to the back. Now 4, 1, first 2, 3, first 4, brush front, knee leads to the back, good, from the back, fondue back, and stretch, again, side, front, straight to first, now 4, 1, stronger to the back, and brush, heel leads you through to the front, close fit, cambre forward, roll up, right leg passe front, good, get taller as you close, cambre back, left foot passe back, that's it, side and away, towards the bar, and away. Finding that susu, we're staying flat, then tracing the leg up to that rectilinear. That passe foot's pointed with that heel forward, with that knee opening. Great, slow to down, broad back. Susu, good, yay, and finish, beautiful, good ronde-jambes. Before we go to the last side, just more clearly, the port de bras section can be a little confusing because we're switching legs. So the first set we do cambre forward, and 2, 3, 4. My outside leg in front is gonna passe, and then it won't change, it'll just close front again. And then we cambre back, 2, 3, 4. Arm comes to first, and now the inside leg, the one closest to the bar, will do a passe back. And then we just close back again. And then we have side and away, and then we have that front foot already set up for that other passe. So we're switching feet on the rectilinears, and the arm comes to first on that rectilinear to mimic what we would do for a usual pirouette or a peaking turn. Here we go to the other side. And 7, 8, fondue, tendu, front. Stretch through first, to the front. Long leg side, longer to the back. Get taller as you close first. Now 4. That strong, straight standing leg. Brush off the floor, knee leads back. Good. Close fit. Plie back. Side. Long Ooh, let's do some fondue going up to passe as well. And we'll have one on the bar today. Let's do 7 and 8. Fondue, passe, fondue, extend front, fondue, passe, fondue, extend side, fondue back, passe back, fondue to the back, test your balance, 6, tendu, take the bar, close fit. We reverse it from the back, arms stay strong to side the whole time. Fondue, trace leg, passe back, fondue, extend to the back. Fondue, trace the leg up, passe back. Fondue, unfold a little bit in front of your standing leg to the side. Fondue front next, passe front. Fondue to the front, test your balance. 6, take the bar, tendu, close fit, and we'll finish there. So front side back, we have fondue up to a retirate, fondue, extend. Fondue, retirate, fondue, extend. Back, retirate back, fondue, extend, test your balance, and then close fit. And again, trying to move that working leg a little bit sooner than that standing leg. Fondue, this leg has to move first so that we can get to that retirate and that knee straightens at the same time, not 1, 2. And the same thing to the front, that working leg has to move a little bit sooner than that standing leg stretches. Here we go. And 7, 8, fondue, passe, fondue, extend front, fondue, passe, fondue to the side, fondue, passe, fondue to the back, test that balance arm in second, place the bar, close to fit. Fondue, passe, fondue to the back, fondue, passe, fondue to the side, fondue, passe, fondue to the front, test that balance, lower and close. Okay. Yes, as we go to the left side, so the pattern is always starts with a passe. So fondue, passe, fondue, then we extend to the front. Then fondue, passe again, fondue, extend to the next direction. Gotta close back, passe back, fondue, extend back, balance, and then close fit. Then when we start back, we start with that passe, fondue, passe, then to the back. And except for when we close to fit, that working foot is always shaped. So make sure it doesn't relax when we bend the standing leg and then repoint when we straighten. It's shaped the entire time, it doesn't move. Got that nice dagger foot as we're doing these fondues. Here we go to the left side. And shape that foot, fondue. Draw that passe. Fondue, extend the foot front. Good, fondue. Nice. To the side. Fondue back. Passe back. Fondue, extend, reach in through those toes. Test that balance. Good. Close fit, take that bar. And fondue. Carve it up. Fondue, knee leads out. Fondue, carve it up. Fondue, unfold. Fondue, carve it up. Fondue, heel leads out. Good, test that balance. And close. Ooh, nice. Oh, yes, definitely. Nice. All right. Remember that scene in was that in Peter Pan when he goes on they're having that sailboat? Wait, who's the villain in Peter Pan? Oh, Captain Hook. He's on Captain Hook's ship.
Okay.
And Peter Pan comes and he has his knife and he goes all the way down.
Yeah.
That's what I like to imagine my foot's like when I'm doing fondues or Parmesan layers and Peter Pan, my foot's carving out. It's helpful imagery. I don't know why my brain always goes to that scene in Peter Pan. Alright, let's do a frappe into my mind. Let's do 2 slow and 3 fast. So we'll have 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8 and a 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, hold 8 and 1 and flex. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, hold 8 and 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, hold 8 and 1, in and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, hold 8. Let's tendu close fit plie. Let's go right up to that retirade again. And we'll try to find that balance there again. Sous-sus, plie, and we'll finish there. So 1, in, out, in, then 3, quicker. Last one we hold as long as we can before we go to that next side. Here we go. We also got the repeat for these frappes. And tendu and flex and strike, in, out, 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 and stop, in, out, and out, out. Good. To the back. Strong arms. To the side. Good. Close fit, plie, retiré. Good. Long on that left side. Sous-sus, plie, and finish. Nice. Good. Those were kind of quicker than we normally do, so great job with that. Make sure that energy extends all the way through the toes. I see a little bit. We just get to right there. Make sure we finish that last little millisecond or milli-inch of a point. Whoosh. Yeah. Whoosh. Like we're striking a match, right? Whoosh. So send that energy, that fire out of those toes. Here we go to the left. Now point your toenails. And out. Out. And entering through the toenails. Good. Yes, nice. To the back. And back. And plie, pour away. The standing hip, the front of it and the back of it too. The front of it is lifted up and the back of my glutes are engaged and going down. So here, imagining this is lifting up prevents you from leaning towards the bar. So we gotta have those hips in the same line, and I'm thinking instead of, as I'm lifting this leg up, I'm actually thinking about lifting this side of my body up, and that can help create that counterbalance that we need for those passes. Focus for PK turns for pyramid. All right, let's finish off with our grand butt mas. Let's do 7 and 8 and a brush tendu fifth and a brush tendu fifth. Let's do plie, passe, plie, and fifth. To the side, close front, brush, close back, plie, passe, plie, to the back. Grand butt ma tendu fifth, grand butt ma tendu fifth, plie, passe, plie, and stretch to the side. Close back first, then change, plie, passe, plie, and stretch. If you're really feeling adventurous, you're welcome to take those passes to releve, but you don't have to. I more just want to feel us getting to that retirade position as quickly as possible, and coordinating the arms with it as well. So to the front way, the longest way to go, because the arm has to come all the way down. Whoosh, for that retirade. So 2 grand mat mas, plie, retirade, plie, stretch. To the side, don't change first, then change, plie, retiré, plie, stretch. With an encore. How are we feeling heat-wise? Should I turn off the space heaters now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I always sneak this like good from ballet. All right, here we go. Getting to that retrograde position as soon as possible without letting it take us back. And from the up to fit again. And plie, passe, plie and stretch to the side. Goes front, this side goes back. Plie, retiré, plie to the back. Rush and fit. Plie, 4 away. Good, to the side. Plie, passe, plie, and finish. Good. Yeah, and we can use that working foot to push the floor away. So instead of thinking of it as a leg lift of passe, from using that foot, just like we did the first thing at bar, to push the floor away for that passe. Here we go, to the left. 7 long arm, brush, get taller and close. Good. Plie, push the floor away. Plie to the side. Close front first, then close back. Plie, connect it up. Plie to the back. Plie, connect. Plie, relax that side. Close back. Plie, push and connect. Yes, good. All right, let's face the bar. Let's do our 8 rises on our right foot, repeat on our left, and then we'll do that again. 8 rises and 8 rises. Here we go. And press up and low. 2. Pushing that arch over that second toe. Good. Last one. And left. Up. Good. Again. Up. Think about lengthening the standing leg as you're pressing the floor away. Keeping that kneecap engaged and pulled up. Good, last set, last side. Good. All right, stretch out those calves. Do what you need. We'll take the bars away and come center in a second. I drink way too much coffee, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then I'll be back shortly.
Oh, I squeezed
Stuck.
Oh, it smashed my big toe and it just
Oh,
hurt
no.
today.
What's you smashing on?
My husband is building a F1,
What?
an F1, a 51 F1 Ford pickup truck,
Oh,
old school
wow.
truck. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he inherited his grandpa's Lincoln Town Car, which is actually the same like frame and chassis that goes underneath the
No
truck.
way, that's crazy. So,
Anyway, so I was helping him.
one to the other?
Yeah, I was helping him,
Uh-huh.
and I dropped one of the pieces on my foot,
Ooh.
and it hurt so bad. And then when I came here, I was like, oh, I'll be fine.
Is your toenail bruised?
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's like kind of broken, so like I'm like nervous.
I just have a bandage
Yeah, I do right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nail like that.
Yeah, so I put super glue where the thing was, and then I put a Band-Aid on it, but
Well,
we'll
you,
see.
those hurt for weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
they just look weird and take forever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is perfect.
Do you have like a injury or cut?
So I dropped car pieces on my foot like Saturday
Oh my
on my
gosh.
big toe. So
How's
like,
it feeling?
Oh, it hurts really
I was gonna say, I was like, oh my gosh. You poor thing, I'm like, wait, your toes in.
Yeah, I'm like, you're right, you're right.
I cannot. Oh my gosh.
It's going as far as it goes.
Sorry, really?
It's okay.
Alright, let's do some times. We're gonna find some body directions here. So first we're gonna start in a quasi, and then we're gonna switch to doing some tandus and aphases. When we're in quasi and aphases, these body directions, we can imagine if we had a square box just around our personal space. So it's not gonna be the corners of the room, it's gonna be the corners of our personal box. When we take quasi, we're in that crossed corner here. We'll have the opposite arm as leg, close fit. We do aphases, we're going to that open corner, and we'll continue to have the opposite arm as leg. What's really hard about this aphase position is that we want to open up, and we can't. We gotta keep, so this now corner is our new front. So our shoulders and hips have to be squared towards our new front, that open corner, as we do that aphase line. Yeah? All right. Ooh. Here we go. We're gonna have 2 tandus quasi and 2 tandus aphases. 7 and 8. Tendu, close, fit. Tendu quasi, close, fit. Switch aphases and fit. The arms don't move and fit. Then tendu, tombe and pas de bourre and first and third. Then to the left. Tendu quasi and fifth and 3 and 4. Switch aphases and 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8. Yeah? What's going to be hard about this quasi and aphase too is this side arm. We tend to want to lean or open it too much. We still got to have that support from those lats. Hold the arm, especially here. This is when it wants to start to dip or fall back. Make sure we can still see that full arm in the mirror when we go to aphase. One more time quickly, and then we'll do it twice through right, left, right, left. 7 and 8, and 1 and 2. Supporting that arm, and 4. Aphase, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Crossed corner and fifth. Again and fifth. Switch aphase. Fifth and 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do right, left, right, left. When we do pivot to switch to quasi to aphase, we pivot on the ball of our foot, and our foot tries to stay in that fit, and then tandra that fit. But we never pivot on our heels. Always on the ball of our foot. All right, here we go. I'll do the first set right and left with you, and then I'll step aside and let you guys continue for the second set. Here we go. 7, 8, and out, fit, out, aphase. And 1, 2, tombe. Arms first. Third to the left. 1, 2. Aphase. Here we go again. 2 tandus quasi. make sure that we're doing a full tombe on a flat foot with a bent standing leg. Because we gotta transfer that weight right away. So instead of kind of finding a demi point and then playing down, it's tombe right away with our pelvis right over that hip. Yeah, and then we're ready to sit those hips up for the pas de bourrée instead of leaning them back. Yeah, there we go, nice. Same thing to the left. Here, full tombe, pelvis over that standing foot, sit the hips up for that tombe pas de bourrée. Yeah, good. There's a big common mistake is to do this tombe and to lead the hips back here. So we gotta think I'm thinking about pulling up my suspenders. Here, pull the suspenders for that tombe pas de bourrée. All right, let's do some, let's do the 4 retirés and then the quarter turns that we did last week. 7 and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quarter turn, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie, just open, and then we'll finish there. And let's get that side arm involved as well to mimic what we would do for a pirouette. Let's bring that in each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then quarter turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We'll do that to the right and then we'll stop. And then we'll go to the left. Here we go. Same thing I just spoke about a bar. Using that passe foot to push the floor away, but also keeping it connected, not letting it fly out. Here we go.
Let me just make sure I like this tempo real fast
Still a little slow, but I like it. Challenge the balance. Here we go. So feet on 1. And plie, and push, and plie. Good. 2 more. Quarter turn, plie, 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 and finish. Yes, good. Good, really, really nice. Let's talk about to the left. Make sure this sidearm, now that we're going to the left, will be this right arm that's opening and closing. Make sure it just goes here and here. It tends to want to start to dip, and that might mean that we're pushing our hips up. So same thing that we spoke about at bar is this passe foot is pushing up. We've got to think of this standing side pushing up to counterbalance that. Otherwise, we'll start to tip. So keep now that right side like your strong standing flag post. Here we go. Plie on 1, retiré right away on 2. And plie, and push. Plie, right side long. Good. Quarter turn. Plie, right. Plie, good. Yes, nice. Ooh, we were almost like standing around. How was your foot for a jump, Amelia?
I think it'll be okay.
It'll be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If it starts like hurting too much, you can always just do one leg or just practice for the job.
Okay.
But, oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna do similar to what we did last week, but we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna have 4 sautés followed by a relative balance for 4 counts. 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 releve, balance 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 releve, 6, 7, 8. Close back, front, sous, 6, 7, 8. Tendu to first, little breather, then we start to the left. 4 sautés and 3 and 4 releve, close those ribs, plie. Second, 2 and 3 and 4 releve, 6, 7, plie. Left foot now closes back. Front, back. Front, so you have the left leg front for the sous-sus. Plie, tendu, back to first. So I find that releve after those jumps is really hard because we want to whoosh, go back because we've been jumping so much. So we got to anticipate that by melting whoosh, those ribs down for all those releves. 4 sautés and 3 and 4 releve. 6, 7 plie and 2, 3, 4 releve. Plie, right foot closes back. First, 3, 4 sous-sus. 6, 7, 8 plie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we stretch to the left. Here we go. The hip hop as we were jumping. That was great. All right, let's finish off last thing from the core. Let's do our sauté airbag, sauté passe. Sauté airbag, sauté passe. Sauté airbag, sauté passe. Sauté airbag, sauté passe. All the way back. In here, oh, be careful. If you can't do the jump, you're welcome to do just step and step. Just kind of work on getting to that position right away. If you are doing the jump though, make that sauté foot popping. We're stepping toe ball heel, and it's like we're popping that foot off the board before it's sticky. Whoosh. Yeah, nice. Let's just do the arms one more time. So sauté arabesque, sauté passe, sauté arabesque, sauté passe. So this arm just stays put the entire time. It's just that right arm that's moving as it goes to the right. Here we go. Let's do 2 and 2 at a time. All right, here we go. And so to arabesque, passe, arabesque, good. 5, 6, next, through, arabesque, passe, good. Good, nice. Good, let's just kind of walk it through to the left before we do it with music. Make sure when we step that we're stepping with a big place, that we have something to push off for those jumps. Make sure we don't step with a straight leg, because then we can't jump off of that. 7, 8, sauté arabesque, sauté passe, sauté arabesque, sauté passe, sauté arabesque, sauté passe, all the way across. If you want to just keep focusing on that, feel free to tune out what I'm about to say. If you want to add something else a little bit, we can add some more épama. Sauté arabesque, we can look at our fingers. Sauté passe, look front. Fingers to the audience. Or just focus on the legs and don't worry about what your hands doing. Here we go.